Welcome everybody to round 5 of Dune Monthly, the FFA tournament. I am joined today by Angelero, our co-commentator today. Angelero, my friend, how are you today?
I'm quite good, thanks. And you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited about this round. We have some top-rated players. I just want to make sure that's okay. This is now streaming, so we're gonna have the pleasure of all 4 streams today, man. Where do you want to start?
Yeah. Well, counselors, obviously.
All
And
right,
let's start from the Fizz, our
Fizz.
French assassin.
Literally the French assassin. He's playing Vernius. He's running
Bollig.
the, yeah, I don't know the
Bollig.
names, but go ahead.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, first one is Bollig, which let you build simultaneously um, main base buildings in one district and gives you one knowledge per district bonus. So if you build 3 districts rainbow, yeah, like you have one yellow, one red, and one blue, you totally receive from 3 districts like 9 knowledge. And he also let you remove buildings from main base for free. So you receive all resources that you used to build it.
Yeah, so he
And
lets you rearrange the districts. You can get different bonuses. You can start off early with a rainbow and then rearrange them later. You can build more than one at a time. So he's a the S vault for Vernius is definitely there's a lot of ways to play it. Um, who's the other counselor do we got?
it's Tessia, which gives you. Uh, so her first ability is letting you have any kind of operation. You need one level less of information level. It means that you can, for example, use administrative burden only having one level of charm agent, yeah, and you can start assassination with only level 2. So, and your her second ability, which was nerfed a few days ago, gives you, if you don't research anything, you receive half of your knowledge production is Intel and Solaria. And it means that with, for example, if you have, I don't know, 70 knowledge, you can produce 55 Intel if you don't need to research something. And at some point, you definitely don't need to research something as Vernius because you go through the text quite fast. I mean, it's the fastest faction, and it combines very well with Bolek because Bolek let you do it even more faster.
All right, so he's got a standard suboid soldier opening. You don't want to invest too much in the mechs early game because they are expensive and you got to spend your Solari elsewhere. You just have to make sure that the suboids don't die because they're a bit on the squishy side. We're going to see how he sets up his nodal network. That's the most important thing for Vernius. The more nodes you have, the more knowledge you have, the more territory you can farm spice from, and also the more assassination cells you can put on people. If you're bordering the neural node of a Vernius player, you have to be careful because their infiltration cells do not cost a standard 1 infiltration cell if it's bordering a neural node. So Vernius, interesting faction. Their army's pretty mid to upper tier, I would say. They're in a nice spot in the meta right now. Do you think that they've found like their foothold in the game, Angelero, as far as like people winning with them, people being effective with them, how their army stacks out. How do you think they're faring right now?
I mean, what do I like about them the most? That they were really, really fast at expanding and researching everything. I mean, you come into a game much faster than everyone, from my point of view. But they struggle when they forced to fight more than Harkonnen, yeah, for example, or even Atreides. I mean, they are not that great at the defense from my point of view because it's quite hard to defend when you are facing EMP operation. And if whole your army is made of drones. So, but what do I like about them the most? That at some point they can like pivot everyone's I mean remove everyone's win conditions, you know, like remove craft workshops, for example, or in
I
this
think we'll be
case,
seeing that.
yeah,
I think we'll be seeing that because we got some big hedgers in this game. We got the Smuggler and we got Corrino and even Atreides. Like these factions all are very good hedge factions. So I uh, I don't think that him leaving Crafts Workshops too long in the game is going to benefit him up. But he's going to have to figure out what does he want to obfuscate. He's going to want to obfuscate the counter intel to assassinate people, or is he going to want to go the uh, anti-hedge route? The game slows down drastically when the crafts workshops are obfuscated, and for all of these factions, there's no Hark in the lobby, so they're all located on the same tech. Have you played a game where crafts workshops have been obfuscated?
yeah, but I
Uh,
was lucky to play Harkonnen, and
okay,
everyone, yeah, everyone suffers except me, so I'm happy when
right.
such kind of things
But
happens. Yeah,
but
but
the
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 problem,
game
yeah,
slows down a lot, right? Like when
yeah,
there's no
yeah,
passive
yeah,
hedge. The only way to get
definitely.
hedge besides taking territories is through tax, and then it becomes really slow. But let's go on to our smuggler player Logic. He's playing Staban and Lingar. He spawned next to Corrino, so if you know anything about the last match between Logic and Spielberg, who's our Corrino players, that Logic began a pretty early siege on Spielberg, so I'm pretty sure Spielberg's not too thrilled to see Logic on his border, who's already getting up in the amounts of CP. Spielberg's gonna have to turtle up on that main base turret to see if he can outlast Logic's early aggression, should he choose to do so. Anything else you want to add about our smuggler player or the smugglers or Logic or the tournament? Anything like that?
First of all, if somebody doesn't know who Logic is one of the most aggressive players, as far as I know, and he is the guy to hit the lab, yeah, to come up with different
Look at him. He's already
ideas.
denying Spielberg a POI. I think he is he going to? No, I think he's gonna run back, but he could have. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and so and he took region with fuel cells. Yeah, and I am curious how he wanna win this match because as far as I remember, usually he tries to eliminate one target and then go for a fast guff win. But I'm not sure that it going to happen in current meta so easily, especially with versus so experienced players and especially versus Spielberg, who I believe is going to be prepared for any kind of early
Yeah, we're gonna
aggression.
see
So
probably Spielberg go a little bit more red tech earlier. Spielberg been known to be really greedy early game. Logic's spawn is pretty good. He's got the Sandfall to the east. I'm assuming that's the next territory he's gonna take.
yeah,
Um,
and
got 26 CP out so early, so fast. He's
it's
going down the
very
red
very
tree.
yeah. It and I just want to add to about Sandfall. It's quite important village, yeah, special region for SMAC because they struggle with research
Right,
with knowledge production and it
right.
somehow compensated.
Yep.
Yeah, because usually we see that smugglers try to take only special regions because they the more villages they have their penalty from amount of village you have is the higher, so that's why they always try to focus on special regions, so that's what we see right here right now. Yeah, let's go to Spielberg.
Okay. One more thing. Let me add one more
Yeah.
thing about Smuggler and Vernius. Smuggler really messes up Vernius's patents. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, because Smuggler will often get red tech way before anybody, and so it kind of removes the ability for Vernius to patent the majority of the red tree, which
Mm.
as a Vernius player can be a little frustrating if you want to make that money off of people early. Because usually people will start with a little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green, and then they'll pivot into red a little later. And now Smuggler has totally ruined the ability for Vernius to patent the red tree. So every time I play
Well,
Vernius, I don't like Smuggler in the lobby personally for that reason.
you don't, I mean, you are right, but I'm not sure that even if he really wants, he would be able to outpace. I mean, Vernus can hit like almost every.
Not in the
So
early game though.
essentially,
The problem with the early game is that Vernius also needs some yellow and some green and some blue, right? So they're gonna go that route. It's very rare for Vernius to start with straight red, and a smuggler, like, there's a good chance that the smuggler's gonna go organize looting first, which is a T2 red tech, because he's gonna start pillaging right away and he wants that extra Solari right away. So as far as like getting that patent on the red tech for Vernius, if there's a smuggler in the lobby, it's very rare unless the smuggler doesn't go red early. Um,
we'll see. Yeah.
yeah, we'll see if we get a chance to look at the tech tree on Fizz later. Looking at Spielberg here, Corrino player Fenring Irulan, standard build, I guess. There's not going to be any political shenanigans with Gaius and no true shenanigans with the military guy. Looking at his spawn, there's a spice field to his east, which I know it looks tempting, but if I was him, I wouldn't be expanding toward the smuggler, right?
It's definitely not the greatest idea, but we will see.
Yeah.
Maybe
Um,
few missile batteries gonna save him. I mean, if you see Rulan, you can have both. Yeah, you can place two, and it's not so easy in current patch to fight under batteries.
right. I think he's got an interesting spawn because he can definitely get that Imperial Basin, so that'll be one of the specials that he can grab. Um, he's gonna be stealing a lot of POIs with Fenring. He's buying Chome early. He's got some extra money now. Making good Solari early game. So if he's making good Solari early game, he probably doesn't have a lot of blue and red buildings. Or he's got really good villages. So looks like a decent start for Spielberg here. Um,
Yeah, kind of.
yeah. All right, let's go to our favorite player, our Russian comrade, the man. No, I'm just kidding. It's just this who stole a win from me earlier in the turn tournament yesterday. Guy, he got the luckiest spawn next to the guy that wasn't too experienced. But that's neither here nor there, right, Angelero? You can't win them all, right, my man?
Yeah, of course. I
R
mean,
right. So this is playing Jessica Yui, which seems to be the most popular of the counselor choices at the moment. He's got a lot of specials. Okay, I see he's got a great spawn. Holy crap, dude. Look at that. Are you looking at his spawn?
yeah, yeah,
Three
and I really
spice, right? Three spice and three specials. Woo! The dream.
kind of, yeah. And I mean, he is far away from Smug, but I'm not sure that Smug is at any point want to be aggressive against against Atreides, yeah. And he is running for foreman for tech, which is quite important for Atreides because without without this tech they can't make money. Yeah, they don't have ability to pillage, and that's the only source of salary they have. So that's why we can see that he's trying to do it before text 2 usually. So that's how I play, for example, when I going with a traders in the game. Yeah, his
Yeah.
spawn looks delicious.
Yeah,
And
very nice spawn.
I'm really curious. He has to the left. I mean, to the left village, the most left. Researching right now. No, no, and it might be also spice. So he might be going to have 4 spice fields, and well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, his spawn is great. Much better than Corrino's, I believe.
Yeah. Um, so out of the early spawns, just looking at the map, I like Ziss's setup the best. I think Atreides is quite vulnerable to the Vernius assassination attempts because they are a faction that takes a lot of territories. So he did spawn next to Vernius, so we'll see if, and he just got his harvester eaten. That is so devastating early game for Atreides, dude. Holy crap. Does he have no,
Yeah.
he only has one harvester. Luckily he's making some money off of POIs right now. But one of the best ways to really mess up Atreides is to kill if you can get in there like month 2 or month 3 with like 45, 50 CP and kill a couple of harvesters, you are really putting it back. So we got our next vote up. We've got minus 30 Landsrat for all factions for recruitment. That's going to be huge for the weaker factions like early game, like Corrino and Atreides, who need to recruit units and can't afford the manpower because the upkeep is too much for them early game. So that's a great vote for them. Let's talk about the players in general and like the state of the tournament. So we're on round five right now, Angulero, and how do you feel about the tournament format that PM SAG has run this time with the ticket count? How do you like the way it's played out? How do you feel about um, the scheduling and all that? What do you think?
Well, first of all, huge thanks for PMSec because like nobody nobody asked him to do it, but he decided to make our community much greater, and his organization abilities are extremely well. So huge thanks to huge thanks to him for everything he done to Dune Spice Wars. That's first. Second, I got a little bit tired because of 6 rounds. I mean, it's definitely cool to play a lot of games, yeah, but at some point, somehow it makes you a little bit. Okay, it was a little bit overwhelming for me, but
A little
that's
bit of
only
Dune burnout.
my.
I think it worked out well because the tournament started right after the release of the patch. So we were all really hyped because every time they kind of release one of these major overhauls, it's basically like you have to relearn the game. It's almost like a whole new game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
so that timing was fortunate. The long tournament format, I think it has a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons, right? We did a flash turn. So like think about this. I did one of those flash tournaments on the Turin server yesterday, and I had a lobby with a guy who was playing on gamepad, right? And he spawned on the
uh,
opposite side of the map from
I'm
me. So
just trying to figure out, is it my internet connection problem or because I can't hear you?
you can't hear
Spielberg,
me?
Spielberg, Cream 1 2 1 2. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Y-
Now I hear you clearly because once you start your story about the guy who was with you in lobby, I couldn't hear you. That's
Okay,
the problem.
no worries. So the pros
Could
to
ask
the
repeat? Yeah.
the pros to the long format is that over time the skill of the lobbies gets better, right? Like in this
Yeah.
lobby, we're not like all four players are excellent players, okay? There's not going to be any problems with production or one player not knowing what to do late game or any of that stuff. The problem with the other format is that like yesterday I had a game with it was me, I'm capable, I think. Zis, very capable. And Doghead, also very capable. And then the fourth player was an ECAS player who really didn't know how to play the game that well, right? So and I spawned on the opposite side of the map from him. So if I was next to him, I would have did what Zis did. I would have expanded toward him, taken all his specials, and then I could just focus on the other side of the map and the other players that are going to be a bigger threat to me because I know that they're more capable. So, by the way, we see some research treaties going out here. Zis definitely trying to get research treaties with everybody. I think the early game knowledge is something that I'm going to talk about with you in a sec. Of how the meta has shifted to really emphasize early game knowledge, especially with Vernius in the faction. But anyway, so the skinny of it, right? The long story short is that there's definitely a benefit to playing a longer format, right? Where you don't have like bad player RNG ruining your games, but at the same time, it is getting dragged out. So maybe we can maybe have maybe a round or two less or something like that, or we'll see what happens in terms of ticket count and how it affects future tournaments. But I mean, this is all new to us. We're just figuring it out. We're trying to make a community uh, based on what we got, and we didn't have much. We basically started from scratch. So this is the experimental phase. But I think I agree with you when you say that it's almost overwhelming, right?
Yeah, at some point, I mean, for me, maybe
No, I
at
feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Oh,
It's been all Dune all day, all the time, and it's like a lot. But it's fun too, because like there's some days where you can get in there and there's like two, three matches that you want to watch with players that you recognize and you know they're good players too, you know? So it's not all bad.
yeah, yeah, you're definitely right.
All right, let's talk about some
So,
meta. Let's talk about some meta. Unless you see anything in this match you want to talk about real quick.
yeah,
Matt,
it's
you want to go
almost.
meta?
Yeah, yeah, we can. Oh, we have active fight between Corrino player and Logic. Logic
Perfect. Perfect.
decided to liberate few villages and suffer from supply drop right now.
Spielberg's probably banging his head against the wall. He's like, I can't believe this is happening to me again. So Logic's
Well,
setting up an airfield outside of the Carino territory. He's wiped most of the Carino army. He's got to be careful because he's low in supply here. He is researching supply drop. That flame incinerator is probably going to die. He does. Spielberg's left with 2 units, and Logic now reinforcing. This is hysterical. I love it. Hype in the chat, man, for Spielberg getting crushed early game again. Although, realistically speaking, there's not much he can do, and this is so crucial too because he's liberating a. He's gonna defend this because those units are low and they're low on supply. Um, this is a crucial region for Spielberg. He needs this region. This is the fuel cell region because the drones are what really allow Corrino to defend underneath the shield of a main base turret. So he's gonna probably try to save his scab drone. Those units are gonna die, and I assume, and Spielberg's already building drones. You see that? So
yeah.
so he's gonna be pretty well defended pretty soon. And he's building his next fuel cell region. So this is Logic correctly identifying the Achilles heel of Corrino. However, Spielberg able to defend, so that's good. What do you think about the situation so far?
Well,
Third
as
vote.
far as I can see, I mean, I'm not sure that he should do it. I mean, especially I mean, okay, those guys, they have their own story, yeah. And the previous game just showed that Spielberg just can't let any kind of aggression from Logic in this match, yeah. So I believe the best way to play for Logic right now is not to try and slow down his own win conditions and try to slow down Karina, because Karina, from my point of view, after few tweaks they've done to them with last patch, aren't so great right now, and they're
Yeah,
definitely slower. Yeah,
yeah, they're definitely way
so
less oppressive economically because the removal of the maintenance center is actually quite a big deal. This last vote that came in, the smuggler won private mandate, so smuggler's sitting on a lot of Solari. He is low on troops though. He's got plenty of manpower, so we'll see if he wants to continue to press. What region is that he took over there next to Spielberg? Is that that's Spacing Cruiser Wreck?
yeah.
Okay, so that's a special region.
And he already has Space Guild building. I don't remember the name, so he has +1 guild favor production.
He likes
And
to get that early. I've noticed that about him a lot, that he likes to get that
yeah,
early. I don't think he has enough troops to deal with the Carino army here. With the
um,
or maybe he does. He does, and those Free Company do work on light armor units, so that drone is kind of, and there's a missile turret there for Spielberg. And now the engagement goes on, and that one conscript is low. He's gonna die. There's another conscript low to the top left, but he's gonna be safe now. Now he's pillaging the spice field, and he's preventing. This is actually a genius play. Now Spielberg doesn't want him to pillage this because he was interested in taking the spice field. That one free
yeah.
company to the south is gonna die, and now the incinerators and the conscript and Logic now walking over more units for reinforcement. And this is a pretty even fight. I think the advantage goes to Logic, who's got so much manpower banked. So if they keep trading like this, it's going to eventually work out in Logic's favor. However, there is going to be more artillery drones in the future here. And so that one conscript is now going to die. The spice field
So
does get pillaged.
so painful to deal with drones. Like no, doesn't matter who you play. I mean, you suffer from drones quite hard.
Yep. And
Well, demo units can do much more damage to them, but still you
yeah.
are outranged, and it's a little bit annoying to
Yep.
deal with.
Just watching Logic's screen here, he's building underground headquarters while fighting and microing, and so this is great multitasking and
Kept you
APM.
waiting, huh?
I don't know what that sound effect was, but whoever did that, please don't do that again. This is a tournament match. Um, okay, so the action's kind of cooled off for a little bit. That spacing cruiser wreck is going to be a constant point of contention for them. I really don't think Spielberg wants him to A, have it, or B, have any kind of access to him early game, right?
Yeah, and for me, the most interesting thing is where second base is going to be put from
Y-
Corrino, because
Yeah,
you definitely would like to remove Smug from the game, and as Corino's army counters Smug, especially drones. Drones just counters every unit Smug have.
right. I think he's
So
way better prepared this game. He's already also got 4 training slots. He can also get up to 55 CP. He's got decent manpower production himself at 21 a day, and he's got 170 banked. So I don't think he's going to be a pushover at all. We're definitely not going to see a base snipe here. Um,
wow,
so
he
looking good
has,
for Spielberg.
yeah, he also went for siege initiatives, Corina player. So that's also
So
interesting
is this
decision.
going to be a revenge play?
I, I I would like to see, actually. I mean, love Logic with all my heart, but I also would like to see how somebody drops main base
Yeah,
to his main, yeah, and he dies from drones and infiltrators, or no, not infiltrators, incinerators. Yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah. Logic with 32 passive already. Antonell pointing out he's got his craft workshops up. He's researching red tech at the moment. 20 research on Smuggler. That's high. So he must have research treaties with somebody because there's no way he has that many research hubs. Um,
With the traders, he definitely has
he
it.
definitely
He
has
definitely,
one with the Atreides, 100%.
yeah, and
Let's
also
go
send
look at
four
our
helps a lot. So
yeah, that is such a good
maybe
region for Smuggler.
maybe he also used some underworld headquarters building, which gives you 30% of knowledge production of village. So
Yeah. Um, we have our Vernius and our Atreides players now sharing a border. Um, Atreides looking at like Atreides also wary of the base drop, so he's got his troopers sitting on those regions, making sure that
wow,
he cannot be base dropped.
we have unusual choice for Vernius hero. I don't remember his name, but
Is
it's
it
assassin guy. Yeah,
the Sitar guy? Yeah, they supposedly fixed the bugs. Gray was messing around with him yesterday a little bit. I'm not sure. Look at Fizz's main base. Look, he's got
yeah,
rainbow going on everywhere, so he's getting all kinds of all kinds of weird knowledge bonuses. He's at 53 knowledge, by the way. 53, and it's month 3. This is pretty optimal Vernius gameplay, no?
yeah, yeah. I discussed with Fizz a little bit his tech path and why he do some things, and why. So I know exactly the
Not a lot of
idea.
patents. He's only got 2 patents on the board right now. There's a third one. There's a
Yeah,
fourth
and
one.
not the best places, but it is how it is. I mean,
I mean, he knows
with it,
Atreides is going to want that border defense and veteran militia, so. But that's going to be way later.
yeah,
Way later.
and
He's not
I'm
too
really,
worried about a main base drop here. And he's got all suboids, 1 flight engineer, he's got the hero, and he's got 2 fighting mechs. So he's got a pretty cheap early game army. He's able to bank some Solari here because those suboids, I think, I'm pretty sure he's going to have the upgrade that says no upkeep cost for them.
so it's resolution with the truth option, the diplomatic congresses, and I'm curious, is Karina going to change um, with imperial edict, yeah, to make it viable for no, he doesn't. So Karina definitely would like to have it on him to prevent any kind of aggression. Yeah, but everyone decided to choose Atreides, which is fun from my
Corrino
point of
moving
view.
toward the sink. Is he gonna look to capture this here or pillage? Corrino now with a much stronger army early game than he had last game, so he's a little better prepared just in case there were any shenanigans, and there were. Corrino does have the authority to capture this, and he's pillaging it, so he's gonna pillage. He doesn't have a second main base yet, and he's getting close to the amount now that he would need to get a second base. He definitely has the authority for it. He needs 700 more Solari. Um,
So, and
so
also, as we can see, only Fizz reached 10k, yeah? Logic, no, Logic also reached, yeah. He didn't decide what hero he wanna pick.
no, and
So,
I don't
yeah.
really like any of the smuggler heroes to be honest. I mean, what do you think about the smuggler heroes? Drisk and Banner. I don't think Banerjee's even working at the moment.
Well, he works, but when you pick Banerjee, you just need to go to your enemy territory and sit there for the rest of the game. Uh, you can pick. I mean, you can recruit only free company, for example. Yeah, and if your enemy doesn't have any kind of detection, you can just stay there forever and disturb them till the end of the game. But yeah, his
I think
global ability isn't that great. Yeah.
I think Spielberg's lining up on Logic's border here. He's probably gonna be looking to either do something about that spacing cruiser wreck or destroy some buildings with drones. He's got two. He's building his third drone now. He's maxed out on army now, and so Spielberg's moving it into the smuggler territory. It looks like, or he's looking to capture. I think he's looking to capture the spice field, and he is indeed gonna, with a full stack army, secure himself a spice field, and there's nothing Logan can do about it this time. However, good play by Logic to go ahead and deny that from Corrino for a little bit. That does slow down the Corrino snowball, which can, as it starts rolling down the hill, it can start going pretty quick. And now he's going to
Yeah.
position his drones to start harassing the buildings in his region here, which is really annoying. And we'll see what
The
Logic
biggest,
does in
the biggest.
response.
I mean, still the biggest question for me: what village is the best to put second man base? And from my point of view, uh, village between spaceship wreck and smugglers village. You touch two spices, yeah, with rare materials. If you put there, you are close enough to be able to hit main base of smug, and also you covers one special region and two spice fields, free spice fields. So
See, this is one of those regions where like there's three territories there with villages that are right next to each other. So if the Carino gets a foothold here, you're pretty much not going to be able to get him out of this area. So if I was Logic, I mean, I would look to kind of pivot away from this spot. I know I minted a lot of passive um passive hedge from that spacing cruiser wreck. I'd probably look to maybe like pivot somewhere else. Or if I'm gonna fight, I mean, my only other chance would be is to use the Wraith, which I'm pretty sure he should. Let me look at his screen right now. He probably has enough for the Wraith. Yeah, he's got plenty of spacing get parts. He's got 132, so he can try to fight this with the Wraith and do a lot of good micro. So Logic now trading with Vernius for intel. He needs intel for what? Let's see. Okay, he's putting two agents on Spacing Guild. I mean on Landsrat, which means he only wants one thing, which is defense breaches. So this is gonna be freaking interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Oh man. All right. So while all this is happening, let's check on the other side of the map if there's any kind of tension between Atreides and Vernius. It doesn't look like it. He's still just camping his villages, making sure he doesn't get base dropped until Spielberg puts his second base down. Everybody's got 65 CP. This is how you know when you're in a real lobby. Okay, guys, this is the test. If you look around, It's month 3. Everybody's got 65 CP. Okay? Right,
We
Angelero?
also have a question from Kenry. Can you comment on Logic going early hack? Will the lobby rally against him early obfuscating it? Uh, as far as I can see, yes, he is leading in hegemony right now, but Fizz is quite close to him, and I'm afraid that Smuggler is going to be dead. He won't be able to. Yeah,
There's the
we
second
have.
base drop. Look at that second
Yeah,
base drop. And
yeah.
so this is going to
Not
be
the
a.
best place from my point of view. He could
No?
put it one tile away and still have like and still be able to touch a lot of
My,
good
my,
things. But
my.
now,
How the tables have turned. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. So now we have the siege is going to go down because those drones are going to be able to rain down onto that main base. And so now the question is, if I how good is Logic's politics here? Are the other players just gonna let Corrino bully Smuggler here, or is there gonna be something else that they can cook up together?
well, we will see. And I mean, he need to hit Smuggler's main base with incinerator. I don't know why he still didn't do it.
Um, Fizz, Fizz is Fizz and Zis no longer have any threat from a base drop. Zis still hasn't realized the second base has gone down, so he's still camping those regions. Fizz now
Well,
on 65 knowledge. Holy
if
Toledo, dude. These are great numbers. He's got
if
infiltration cells researching everywhere.
yeah, and if but I mean, everyone is still under the oppression of third main base, third drop main base, because once Spielberg finishes logic, he is able to attack any other target. But I'm sure he is not the guy who is going to go for domination. Yeah, like Vahotola's Hark, for example. Yeah, removing main base after main base.
Yeah, probably not. Logic building the fusion plant in his main base, so he currently doesn't have the fuel cells to get the Wraith out, and he just has to suffer the bombardment from the Corrino artillery drones. They don't do a lot of damage, but they will over time. So the longer this goes on, I think he's building an airfield. That's probably an airfield up north in that other region, and he can maybe use that to surprise the artillery drones. And so now he's
Uh,
trying to stack that burn damage by getting that incinerator within range, and you can see him trying to do it, but it's hard to do it. He needs one unit to tank for the incinerator. And I think that Logic smartly put that airfield to the north. I think it's an airfield.
no,
And now
it
it's
was
not
military base.
military base. Okay,
Yeah.
so now the Wraith is out. Now this is a different ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Way different. And those Free Company are all stealth. And now they come out of stealth and they ambush the drones. What a wonderful play. Those drones are dead. Now it's a pure biological army, and this is gonna get melted by the smuggler with that wraith overhead. Amazing. There's one drone in the back behind that base, so this army is dead, and he's gonna be able. He chooses Drisk as his hero, and now this Corrino base is vulnerable. What a play, man! And here we go, dude. The hidden explosives goes off, and that one last drone is gonna die. And the rest of the units are going to focus with the Wraith tanking. And this is a colossal mistake by Spielberg. What a play, by the way. If you guys didn't notice how he did that, the Free Company are able to get Cloak. And now the Corrino base is dying much faster than the Smuggler base was. And this is easily doable. Now supply drop goes down. You just have to micro the units away from each other so they don't clump up. And that one's going to die. That one Free Company on the right is vulnerable. Half of the Corrino main base is dead. Spielberg with a colossal mistake. Hey, Angelera, are you loving every second of this?
Right now, yeah, and I'm really surprised that it works. I mean, if you Spielberg is definitely experienced player, and I mean, but we have we have the problem, and I mean not the problem. It's like how you adapt to a new patch, how you adapt to stealth, yeah, to how stealth works right now. One prop setup could change everything. You know, he could start to fight in a much better
Yeah, if I'm
position.
Logic here, I just right click the base. I get rid of the base for I don't care about the units
No, no,
so
no, no.
much.
They are all of them are quite low. So
No,
one.
the base will definitely die if you just right click the base, and that's what's happening here. And that base is gone, and Spielberg now is heavily crippled, man. Holy crap. A one base Corrino, this is a tough ask out of Spielberg. Tough ask. He has to really pick and now hopefully that main base had no buildings in it because there's a bug right now that you can't rebuild destroyed main base buildings in
It had
Corrino.
one. It had one administrative hole. That's
Okay, so
all.
the admin hall, so he can, Free Company, I think are the second best at killing bases right now, after Hark.
Yes, yes. Especially if you have defensive breaches, you can melt any defensive breaches and hide an explosive. Yeah, defensive breaches. It's operation, and every faction had it.
Spielberg got dumpstered, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean
He
that's what
got
was.
destroyed, dude. The use of cloak with the early wraith was it's brilliant. And now what? Logan should just kill him now, man. Like put him out of his misery. A one base Corrino. I think the other two players are loving it. I don't even. Let's see what they're up to. There's kind of like a rivalry between Spielberg and Logic, and frankly, like Logic is just like taking him to class, sitting him down, and giving him a full blown lesson on how to play Dune Spice Wars.
Well, I just don't get why Spielberg decided to put his second main base in such a vulnerable option because
Yeah, I don't know why he
I,
did that. I mean, that seemed like a purely like I want revenge for last time, and
yeah,
and he got
yeah,
wrecked.
yeah, yeah.
He got
That's
wrecked. He got dumpster, dude. Antonel's, I'm loving it. That the base drop is definitely overplaying his hand, says Shelby.
and it's also a big question what he's gonna do right now. I mean, he
I mean, he can still
has
play. It's not like he's out of the game, right?
yeah. I mean, he has a
Vernius is
free
taking Polar Sync, by the way. Go ahead.
I, he has three military district, one military, two military district. So he went full into red. So he have five red buildings in the main base, and
So if I was him, what would you do if you were him right now, right? You have a very limited ability to build your main base buildings. How would you arrange your Carino base right now? You have a 3 slot, a 2 slot, and a 1 slot. What are you doing?
uh, I'll go Alt F4 and going to to sleep or to drink beer
You just give
because
up?
it's. I'm kidding, but I don't know. I mean, like. He's lacking of he can't buy he can't maybe his option is to pivot into oh no he can't or wait a second I want to check the amount of Lancerat he has. I mean maybe his option is to go into
No, Gov, you think? I think so. I'm thinking I definitely forgo all the blue buildings and I definitely get whatever red I need. I mean, I'm gonna get the training. I'm gonna get the training, and I'm gonna get the command post, right? I can make enough manpower without the manpower building, and I think I would get a couple of yellows that I need. Specifically Chone Branch and probably Harvester Works, or maybe instead of Harvester Works, if I don't have a lot of yellow buildings in my spice fields based on quirks, I would go um what's the other one?
maybe
Mason Guild
uh,
for the Solari.
Mason.
Yeah, for Solari.
um I don't know, that doesn't sound
Maybe not
an
Mason Guild. I mean,
option.
you have to choose, so
Yeah, but you have to choose your win condition right now. Okay, you are
he's
screwed. You are
he's no, he's got Irulan, okay? He's got Irulan. He's got one special that I see. Does he have access to another one anywhere else? Ziz took the Worm's Nest to the left, so that's out. Okay, he's kind of screwed here. He doesn't. If he can maybe take Polar Sync away from Vernius, then he can bunker up there with the turrets and crafts workshops and kind of make a play that way. But I think he's kind of yeah, he's definitely gonna be in a tough spot this game. He got wrecked.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, this has four
He's
spice
got,
fields,
and one of
as
them is
far as I
Worm's
can see.
Nest.
Yeah,
One of
one
them
of
is
them is Worm Nest. I mean, he's in a great spot. He's 50k hack with 15. I'm sorry, that's my Russian problem to differ numbers. Yeah, and is a little bit ahead. What I like about the Logic's play is that yeah, he went for hack win. Like I
right.
maybe his option was to slow down Corrino, not to remove him and just well I don't. Oh, okay. So we see finish what they start, what they already started, and try to remove Smugglers main base. I'm curious, is he going to? Yeah, and he still can get second main base. I mean, like third main base. Yeah, second is removed, but if he kills Smuggler, yeah, then
Yeah.
he will able to have third one, like
Yeah.
second one in his case, and it's
Now here
maybe
we
that's
go.
the
So Logic now has all free company. They're all cloaked. I'm assuming he has hidden explosives.
yeah, and he definitely
And Spielberg's army is what is Spielberg's army doing? So Spielberg's army is on the eastern perimeter of his territories. The smuggler assault comes in, and Logic is now committed to removing Spielberg completely. It looks like so the it's probably going to take more than one wave. He does have defense breaches. He has EMP bomb. He has missile sabotage. So this is going to be this is probably going to chew more than half of the health
maybe
of
maybe
the
maybe
base.
he want to wait until Karina initiate his attack, and then
Yeah,
he
and
would
do a
like to
base
do.
trade because his base will kill much faster than
Yeah.
what Spielberg will do. So now Spielberg moving the drones. Spielberg definitely blood feuding here. There's no question about it because he's not pivoting to a real win condition here. He's at this point he's nothing but a sore in the side of Smuggler. And now here comes look at this. Before he attacks, before he decloaks, he's spreading out the units here. Look at the
Yeah.
masterfulness of what we're witnessing here. And Spielberg has no idea this is happening. And Spielberg now moving in, and Spielberg out of airfield range. And this is Logic's master plan. And boom, hidden explosives go off. Here comes all the operations. And Spielberg, ladies and gentlemen, is donezo here, I'm pretty sure. Because the only way he would have survived this if he could fly back his army instantly. And he can't. And Spielberg is not even making an effort to go back. He's just trying to destroy as much of Logic's stuff as possible before he gets eliminated. This is hysterical. His army's just he's not
So
making any effort to go back, and Spielberg is yeah, GG to Spielberg.
at least
Oh my
at
god.
least he pillaged the spice field, but how does it?
What does it matter? What is if the last laugh goes to Logic? Oh, Spielberg got wrecked, dude. No, honestly, it was like really good play by Logic. Any player would have been like caught off guard. And there you go, man. And now what happens, right? Now the map is
What
completely open to Atreides.
he wasn't even able to finish pillaging. That's how fast Free
Yeah.
Company removed.
No, they're really good. They're really good.
Yeah,
And
but
so Spielberg leaves the lobby. He leaves the chat. He's completely eliminated. And
I understand
all right,
him.
R.I.P. R.I.P. But the question is, what benefit does Logan gain from that? Because
Yeah,
Spielberg, he
that's
only had, I mean, his only pivot now, he has to pivot to Gov. Okay, because as far as like the specials go, Spielberg had one special, and that was Imperial Basin, and that is way more accessible to either Atreides or to Vernius at this point. So, um, we'll see where he goes from here. I know it's always satisfying to kill a player. It's one of my favorite things, actually. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Even if I'm not winning the game, if I kill you, I'm still happy. Um,
From my point of view, Atreides benefits from it the most because our Vernius player is still sandwiched, yeah, between two players, and Logic and Smax are not the faction who can, you know, take every village which is free. Yeah, he do it quite precisely, and there is also Imperial Basin, yeah, for him.
yeah. I don't think he's gonna be able to out hedge Atreides though, who's just gonna start peacefully annexing regions everywhere, and that's gonna include Spielberg's spice fields. That's definitely gonna include the spice fields that Spielberg gave up. So
Yeah, peaceful annexion, one love. I mean, right now for Atreides is the greatest game he can have. Yeah, the only thing he should be afraid of is assassination, and but I can't see that assassination is prepared. Yeah, from I'm checking Fizz right now, and it doesn't look like he. But he already has
he has the
nuclear
cells.
bomb.
He has the cells, and so now
Yeah,
we're relatively tied. So everybody's got some amount of passive. I think Fizz has the least at the moment, and Logic has the most. And Logic is 1,000 hedge behind the other two players who are over 17k. But he'll make up the difference if he continues to um, keep his passive going and Fizz doesn't obfuscate it. Um, I mean, yeah. So this is going to be an interesting to see which way the game goes after the removal of Spielberg, and who's gonna be the the person that suffers the wrath of the lobby. Right now, it's not exactly clear. He's monitoring. I can see Logic. He's monitoring the Imperial Basin. He definitely wants to take that, and so he's sending his free company over there. Although it's still devastated because as soon as you kill a player, the village isn't necessarily right available right away. There's a cooldown.
yeah. I'm not sure why it doesn't sound for me like an
I
okay
think
move.
that's
And
okay. I mean, remember how it was before you could drop villages and recapture them right away? It kind of creates a little bit of a cheesy element. So we have our vote here. Water Seller Unions is up. Nobody currently holds a charter. Atreides is currently leading the influence, and he's got 500 total, so he can outvote both these players at the moment. And it's assumed Fizz is asking
but
Logic for Water Sellers. I don't think he's gonna get it. Let's see the vote. I can't see it. Logic didn't even check it. So, did you see who got the vote?
no, and but seems that it's not Logic because he's Landsrat, and it also not Atreides because his Landsrat didn't change, and it might be Vernius actually, or maybe
It
Logic.
doesn't matter. So the guys in the chat are saying like, what could they? Vahutal is saying there's nothing to do because Corrino doesn't have stealth detection except for monitoring station. But I mean, if you think about it, what does it matter if he had stealth detection or not? What was the purpose in going over there and trying to mess with Logic further if it wasn't just a simple blood feud at that point? It just didn't make any sense for Spielberg to be doing what he was doing over there anyway, and it gave Logic the opening to do that. So now Logic is taking the Imperial Basin, and we have ourselves an old-fashioned hedge race, boys. Logic now currently leading with 18.4, and Zis has 17.4, and Fizz currently has 17.2, and they're all making a semi-decent amount of passive. So I think a lot of the action is going to be focused around the middle. There's three specials there, all of which are controlled by Vernius and Logic, and none of which are controlled by Zis. So I
Yeah,
think
and
all the specials
we
on the
also
map are
can
currently
see.
occupied, right?
Yeah, and we also can see that
There's one that's not occupied, and it's the one right next to Arakeen, so I'm assuming Zis is going to be trying to save that for a spike, right?
Yeah, and Fizz is quite close to Smug right now.
Yep.
So yeah, it's also interesting decision from him. But yeah, like he can't go anywhere, so that's the only option for him
Got
as
five
far as
spice
we can.
harvesters and a nuke, but the nuke isn't cooked yet. Great economy out of Vernius here, making a lot of money.
Yeah, but and he also rebuilding his main base right now, main base buildings because I'm sure he researched almost everything he needed.
And he
So we
starts he
can see,
starts the nuke.
yeah,
That's
and also
5,000 Solari.
yeah, he put third or not third. I don't know how much of them he has already on Atreides. I see one, two, definitely third one supposed to be at the bottom of the map. Yeah.
Spielberg's spawn in retrospect was terrible. Even if he didn't get crushed with a second base, I mean, what was he supposed to do? He could have dropped, you know what? You see that Plascrete region right on top of the polar sink?
Yeah.
He could have dropped there. Or even better, see that Plascrete region to the left of Imperial Basin? He could have maybe dropped
Oh,
there, and then you could use missile turrets from the Imperial Basin to fortify, and then you could just siege the polar sink away from Vernius at some point. And then you can establish a foothold in the polar sink, and then you can maybe try to siege away the acid lake while the other guys are fighting or something. I'm not sure.
well, I believe that I understand how Fizz is going to win this game. I mean, how he want to do it.
Okay.
So,
Are you looking
his
at the
main,
chat between him and Logic right now?
yeah.
Okay.
So his main idea, it's just my assumption. Like, it's not like he described how he wanna do it. So he asked Logic to help him with killing Atreides, and definitely he won't be able to do it on his own. Yeah, to support assassination.
Right.
And after that, I believe he is going to remove craft workshops. So
Right.
and Smug can't expand as good as Atreides. Yeah,
Exactly.
and yeah, so he is going to face 1v1 Smug. He definitely can deal with Smug from my point of view
Right.
quite easy. Yeah, and
He's got to
that's
watch
how.
out for Smuggler's ability to dominate the Landsrat, though, if he does that. But it's definitely a good plan. Definitely a good plan. It's kind of interesting that he wants to assassinate Atreides, even though Smug is front running right now. But I guess he's
But
trying to
yeah,
think a couple of steps ahead here, right?
yeah, so that's how I would do, I believe, because Atreides can sit on his main base and just annex everything he want to the left, and
Yeah.
Fizz can't do it. So, and
No.
he also has a lot of good villages next to Atreides. So, yeah, but as far as we can see, we have three agents already captured by Atreides. Yeah.
So now this is sorry, has another infiltration cell available to put down on the Atreides player. He's got two that didn't cost him anything. They're right next to nodes, which are on the regions to the south of the polar sink. And he's researching admin burden. So they definitely plan on getting into a conflict with the trade. I think Atreides has a lot of money though. I think he's gonna have as many mercs as he needs.
Yeah, and
I'm pretty
he
sure.
also went for free yellow district to have even more money. And that, from my point of view, that's not. Oh, and he also has one special region which wasn't captured. It's a shield wall. I didn't see.
Yeah, he's sitting that on a. So he's got those three regions to the left of his main. That's 100% for a hedge spike. So that's if you got two regulars and a special, that's 1600 plus 1200. That's 2800 in hedge right there. And Atreides has a lot of territory, so you can expect another 1500 to 2000 from the research center. So he has, probably 5K worth of hedge right there.
Yeah.
So Fizz has to start this soon if he's gonna go forward with it. Hey man, thanks for all the follows by the way. Yo Machine, Benky 1080, Kitty Wake, Bruja. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are liking the content. If you have any questions about anything you're seeing, any questions about the game, the meta, the tournament, feel free to ask. We'd love to answer. And thanks PM Sag for following, man. Appreciate it.
Hmm.
PM Sag.
So
Yeah, you can unfollow me. You unfollow me, then I'll kill you in FFA. I'll pull a you in FFA. I'll just target you the whole time. So what do we got?
I don't, I can't read charm delusion, or how is it
Yeah,
written?
yeah, Chome Delusion, yeah.
Yeah. So now he can have a lot of authority just to, I don't know, just to spike up, and he's peacefully annex 4 villages simultaneously right
Dude,
now.
Smugglers at 23, dude. I don't know if this plan is gonna work for Fizz here. I think Fizz is about to attack the Imperial Basin, man, because 20, this is a high. How did Smuggler jump up so high so fast? He only captured a spice field from what I saw.
Yeah, but he has plus 65 heck. It's like every 10 day you annex one village.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's definitely a lot. And yeah, Fizz definitely. It's my parasite word. I don't know if you say so in English, but I use word definitely too often. Yeah, definitely too often. So
Now Zis building a nuke of his own. Zis is quietly. He's had a very quiet game, and he's researching. Was it that obfuscated? Did he obfuscate the tier 3 blue on the left? I think that was obfuscated. So
you
you
sure?
can't.
Because
Yeah, I think so. So you can't have 3 agents on counter until is this annexing a spice field.
the problem is that
He's
if you
making
play
he's
Atreides,
making 1.9k a day. Holy crap! With a 4.5 spice exchange rate, that is one of the highest numbers I've ever seen in this patch.
yeah, and I also want to say that oh, he's selling to have, yeah. So you, if you wanna remove free counterintelligence for Atreides, you need to take another tech. It's not like for everyone. It goes to another part where you stop assassinate production, not for you but for most of factions. So
So what are you saying?
uh, I'm really curious what he obfuscate, if he obfuscated something already. I just need to
I
see it.
I thought I saw it. I don't know if he was researching it or uh if it was obfuscated. I couldn't see. And so he's annexing everything right now. This is annexing another region to the south. He's
And
annexing. There
also
he
try to
goes.
do it
He's doing the whole
simultaneous.
thing. He's doing the whole thing. He just used all of his authority. He's taking the shield wall now. So he's about to probably be in the lead, I think. If so, he's got 19.2. He's annexing one, two, three, 4 regions. One of them is a special, and he's leaving one.
Five regions, yeah, one of them are special.
This is a bold move. This is clearly gonna put him at the front of the lobby.
And he also has Jessica, but
It is not obfuscated, by the way. It is not.
okay. Yeah,
He's
it's
not. He
tough.
he hasn't used obfuscation yet, which is, at some point the return on not using obfuscation becomes less and less because you're allowing more players to mint passive hedge the longer that it's allowed to be used. And now Ziz is going to start buying back his chome, and he's got 45,000 in the bank, so he's probably going to be over 30% here. and he's annexing one more region. Why does he keep doing that? Why does he keep cycling? Why
He
why
want
does he keep cycling that?
to do it simultaneously. He want to do it simultaneously. You know, I mean, he just delay it a little bit. So it's like it's not the time to do it right now, from his
Okay,
point of view.
I see. And it allows you to like get over the amount of authority you need because sometimes you be capped, right? And it allows you to kind of like mess with the cap a little bit. So he sold a lot of chom to get all that authority.
What Fizz is doing?
He's at 20. He can win this game through chom. Nobody has any chom, man. He's at 29. He's about to go over 30 as the shares become available. Nobody's buying chom. Smugglers not buying chom at all. Are we gonna see a chom victory? We haven't seen too many chom victories.
Wow, and I'm just is Logic wanna attack? No, he won't be able to attack, I believe, or or not, or yes, I don't know. I'm just curious. He's going to main base of Fizz.
Let's see. I was just watching Ziz play around with the peaceful annexation. Is he gonna try to kill him? The stream's not loading. Okay, here it is. Oh, he's setting up the. He's gonna go in. It is the betrayer bonus, and there it goes, dude. Okay, with the betrayer
Yeah, it's
bonus,
also night time.
and Fizz is like saying, "Let's go quick." Logic is like, "Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go in on your main." And here, I don't think this is gonna be enough to kill him, but this is gonna force him to camp
Yeah,
inside his
yeah.
territory, and there's some kind of admin burden going down or something on the smuggler army. Yo, smuggler is really proficient at killing main bases, dude. This is a lot. I think Fizz might be dead, or he's gonna be super close.
No. Fizz won't be dead.
He's gonna be
He's
super
definitely
close. I think he's dead.
no, no. It won't happen. And from my point of view, Logic a little bit
I mean,
overestimated
not
his
really.
power.
He just needs to do this one more time, and Fizz can't stop this, man. He literally can't stop this
Why do you think so?
because they cloaked units, and so he can run them.
You can first of all you have engineers with special armory. All factions suffer, cannot start assassination. So somebody started assassination, but I can't see.
I love how you know we're in an experienced lobby, even though Logic just straight up backstab Fizz. He's still working with him to decline the assassination cancellation. It's too late now. He's going to win. I think Fizz is reading the game accurately. I think Atreides is well positioned here. He quietly in the middle of the night, he's gonna capture five regions in a row.
Yeah, and it's a problem for Fizz that he can't leave his main base right now.
Well, he can send Logic. I mean, I guess at this point it doesn't matter because he just betray him. But
Yeah.
building
Wow.
another nuke now, and Atreides just smartly camping in the main base. And Atreides with all the money in the world, or he had all the money in the world. I don't know what he has now. Let's take a look. Um, this is he's still making 2.3k a day, 50,000 Solari in the bank, and now the assassination attempt has been detected, ladies and gentlemen. So he's gonna have to figure out which territories he's gonna want to keep and which ones he's gonna drop. There's no way he's gonna be able to. Dude, he sold so much tome. Why did he sell so much tome? He was over 30%.
Oh yeah. Can we say that craft workshops are obfuscated, and yeah, we can see that
So
a trade is, doesn't have passive income
correct.
as fees, and only Logic from Underworld headquarters have 17, which is not a lot, but still.
The assassination attempt was canceled. So does that mean that Imperium Summit was voted through, or did Fizz just
No,
cancel
no,
that?
no. fees cancelled some why.
Okay. We don't know why. We don't know why. But now this I think Atreides is my favorite to win here. Nobody knows exactly how many territories he's gonna confiscate or annex peacefully when he has the chance.
I'm sorry for my laughing, but Spielberg suggested in game feedback to add the detection for stealth detection to bases.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So um, maybe he is right, but nah. I like sudden attacks, and it worked really well.
So
Yeah, and
Bahutal is saying this peaceful annexation, capture a village, stop peaceful annex, get more authority back because you have one more village than when you started, capture, bug abuse in short. So that's why he starts and restarts the peaceful annexation.
but I mean, I'm not sure that it's true because I also. So how it can work
He's storing
if
the authority in the territories, Kenry's saying, and yeah, that makes perfect sense. Because say you're
but
at 500, right? And you start peacefully annexing something, then let's say that territory cost 100, then now you have 400, and you could store that 100 in the territory as you build up more authority. But I guess it hasn't been patched yet. I think that's I don't know if that's a bug or it's just genius, but I don't know. People have feelings about this. People are saying it's kind of a bug. People are saying it's not. Well, we'll see. You understand, Sash? You get what he's doing, right? You do it. You're a Atreides. You know what to do.
Ye- yeah, but I mean, I still can't get
Logic now trying to capture like 18 million villages in a row. You see that?
the problem is that your authority is kept. So, and also, while you peaceful annex a village, it doesn't count as
Look at Logic's screen.
one second.
How much does each one of these cost him?
I don't know how much he has, but I wow, wow. It's too impressive. Yeah, and look that we have 42% Chow.
I
Wow.
know. I told you he was gonna win on Chom. I told you. There's nobody's buying anything,
Yeah,
and
because everyone is poor. No
everybody's
baron.
poor.
Yeah, no baron. No baron, no money. 45. Yeah, and you won't do a shit. Uh, he won't be able to take more than five. I am 100% sure because
Yeah,
he has a lot of. And as far as I can see, there is no villages with siege because the siege we have out logistics. I don't remember.
47, 47 on Chom. Tax is gonna hit in 4 days, so that number will go down if he doesn't get to 50 before tax. And so now Logic is gonna
But
do
what?
48. Yeah, Fizz
What?
is. I mean, Ziz has got this. I kind of saw it coming when nobody was buying any Chom. Now Logic trying the last second capture. He got what, four of those? A nuke's
And
going
he
down.
removed two. I don't understand
Whose
what's the
nuke is
point.
that? Is that Ziz's
Uh,
nuke?
if it's this nuke, I'm not
That's a
sure that.
mistake
Yeah,
because then
because now he.
the Chom price will go up. But I don't think he's gonna do that. He's at Atreides at 28, 20, 28.9.
Yeah. Yeah, and now he need to take one more village because he won't be, or he need to finish quest. So
He's not even close.
no,
He's at
why,
5,000.
why? No, this don't do it. Yeah, I mean, wow, he wanted to nuke. No, you just wait and buy one more charm.
Yeah,
That's
there it
all.
is. GG.
What
Eliminating
crazy.
Corrino did not help the Chome situation because there's nobody to contest the Trades Chome. I'm gonna unmute the players here.